Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Scorpio for the mid-January time period. I hope everybody's doing well. As you know, this is a general reading. There will be some parts that do not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest behind. You may also want to check out your other signs as well. I've already meditated on the cards. I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today, dear Scorpio. In the past position, we have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. In the obstacle position, we do have the High Priestess clarified by the Page of Cups. In the present position, we have the Nine of Wands clarified by the Nine of Swords. And in the future outcome position, we have the Moon clarified by the Queen of Cups. Now, in the past position, we do have the Queen of Wands. I do like her. She's very independent, but she's also very honest and driven. She is kind of magnetic, so she's popular, and at the same time, she can be a little bit hot-tempered and mysterious. But what she the main message of the Queen of the Wands is that patience leads to success. And so it suggests that in the past, perhaps you had a little bit of a lucky break as a result of someone, perhaps a woman that was in your daily life that brought knowledge and information and experience and enriched your own experience. This could also reflect your own energy as well. I like that the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune is all about things turning in your favor. So career-wise, it's definitely a promotion. When it comes to family, it suggests that there's a better period of time coming. The Wheel of Fortune is a destiny card. It's a major arcana card as well. And it definitely brings a little bit of levity, as well as kind of a feeling like you're moving up in the world, where people look to you and ask your expert opinion. When people kind of rely on you for advice and just to be around as well. The Queen of Wands clarified by the Wheel of Fortune is a really powerful combination, especially for the business side of things. And I like this little black cat staring right at us. She definitely brings luck as well. Now, in the obstacle position, we have the High Priestess, which is a major arcana card. It's not the best to have the High Priestess in the obstacle position, because it suggests that there are things being hidden from you. It's the High Priestess is all about wisdom, but also about secrets and intuition and hidden information as well. She's a keeper of wise things and that knowledge. When you have the High Priestess in the obstacle position, suggests that perhaps you're having a little bit of difficulty differentiating between your feelings and your intuition. Sometimes those two can get confused, where like a feeling of fear is interpreted as intuition when in fact it is not. The High Priestess can sometimes make people feel doubt about themselves. The High Priestess sometimes can make you feel guilty, and guilt is a terrible thing because it holds you kind of in one place and wastes a lot of time, because eventually you realize that you're feeling guilty, and eventually you break that pattern that no longer serves you. But it's that precious time that has been spent on kind of walking around in circles. The High Priestess is all about being influenced by people that you should perhaps distance yourself from, because in the obstacle position it suggests that there's definitely people who are saying things behind your back, not being trusting with information, with feelings towards you, and as a result, you're getting a picture that is severely skewed. It's not that you may not be seeing the reality; it's that the reality is not really being shared with you or shown to you, which definitely can muddy the waters when it comes to relationships. Now, the High Priestess is clarified by the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is generally an immature-ish kind of energy. So it could be someone around you is being immature with their emotions. It could be that it's you who's exhibiting a little bit of emotional immaturity, but definitely the Page of Cups in the obstacle position suggests that there may be some canceled plans that are coming up. There could be some not getting along, perhaps with others, where you're feeling, like the relationship is not progressing, and that you are not being as decisive as well. And that is all kind of related to the High Priestess, because she's creating this confusion when she appears in the obstacle position. So definitely the month of January requires you to try and be as detailed about different things, but also cautious as well. The present position, we have the Nine of Wands clarified by the Nine of Swords. Both of these are suggesting that something is coming to a completion, and there's some sort of a burden, there's some sort of a disagreement that is on the horizon. On one hand, it's coming to an end, which is great, but on the other hand, it hasn't it hasn't happened yet. So there may be a little bit of a difficulty you will experience towards the end of January, maybe even going into February. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of feeling like you're struggling, feeling like there may be conflict around you, feeling like you are threatened or bullied by a situation that you may find yourself in, or a group of people that you may find yourself in. Most likely it relates to work, but you also have to remember, even if things are not going so good at school or at work, that spills over. That spills over to your relationships that are dear to you, that mean the world to you. So definitely it's important to, if things are a little bit tense, in one area of life, it's important to build a wall, or some sort of a kind of quarantine that situation so that it doesn't affect other relationships. But the Nine of Wands suggests that you may be feeling a little bit of anxiety and worry, and the card calls for not so much feeling defensive, but staying committed to the task at hand, regardless of the Nine of Swords, because the Nine of Swords could come from a situation that is close to you but doesn't necessarily focus on you. So it could be that there's some drama that maybe is playing out with a work colleague or a friend or a neighbor or someone, and that is spilling over to you, and meanwhile you're working hard, and so it can be a little bit overwhelming. In the future position, you do have the Moon, and it's clarified by the Queen of Cups. The Moon is all about the unknown, and I think it's actually going to be beneficial for you, Scorpio. I think you're going to like it. I'm getting a really strong vibration from the Moon. Sometimes people panic when they see this card because unknown means uncomfortable. That's not always so. Yes, with the Moon you only see half the picture, but we all know that in the place where it is the darkest, the most important treasure is. Your wish coming true lies in that which may seem unknown to you or uncomfortable at first. And the good thing is that you do have the Queen of Cups in the clarifying position, suggesting that you have someone on your side. The Queen of Cups could represent a really good friend, a really a good mentor, somebody that you know from school, or someone in your family, perhaps an extended relative, and she brings kind of support and caring and kindness, that healing energy that is important. And I think she's going to play a major role through guiding you a little bit through the unknown so that you feel comfortable, and helping you develop your intuition, and kind of teaching you to differentiate between your feelings and that intuitive kind of force. Let's see what we can clarify with the three energy oracle cards that I pulled. And we have door to spirit, we have the thinking woman, and patience. Yes, all really wonderful cards. And I think that the thinking woman is represented by the Queen of Cups. Definitely you have someone in your corner helping you and guiding you. She can provide advice in the family setting as well as in a work setting. Really a strong and reliable person. Now the door to spirit is all about spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. This door opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. We know you're going towards a new beginning because you have two nines, the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords. So definitely there's a cycle that's coming to an end and a new cycle that is beginning. And the orbs of light that you see in this card are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your internal identity, the source of all true value and power, your eternal identity. That is the source. You know, it's not the car you drive or the house you live in or the clothes you put on your back or, you know, how you kind of present yourself. It's all the whole value is on the inside of you, which you cannot dress up, which you cannot you know, show in a pretty light. The internal identity is what it is. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers and the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit, into the magic and power of your true identity. So definitely this card is a reminder from the divine to remember to align your heart, your mind, and your soul all in one, as it is very important. Only when you're aligned can you truly receive all the messages, can you truly be the best you and realize your potential. It's very difficult to stay aligned. It's very difficult to get there and to stay there, you know. But definitely it's important to meditate. It's important to shut off the white noise, shut off the gossiping or the words that tend to linger in our minds, because, you know, we do sometimes have hurt feelings, if you will. It's important to build that inner identity and inner core and inner voice so that you kind of automatically know what is right for you and what is not right for you. Intuition is the best way to identify the intuition is when you make a decision, you never regret it, because your intuition leads you there. So for me, like, generally, you know, sometimes I will think about a decision, but once it is made and you move forward, you know, it's a very intuitive feeling that success will be present. But I've spent a long time sort of developing the intuition and trusting others too much and listening others too much, which eventually, you know, you grow from that because you learn from that. Patience is all about peaceful presence and letting go of desperation. Sometimes when things are not going our way, we want to force things to happen, especially if we have resources and money, then we're really kind of wanting to make things happen the way we want them to. The divine here reminds that that patience is really important. So make sure that while the universe is realigning yourself, while the things you want to see happen are, you know, coming about, you know, that you use that time constructively as well. Let's see what answers from angels I pulled, and we have helpful people, we have big happy changes, and no. So on one hand, you will have changes that you want to see happen. On the other hand, there will be things that will be delayed. It could be that your relationship that you want progresses as well as you kind of were hoping, but the project at work is finding kind of running aground and being stalled and being way behind than you originally anticipated. So it's definitely a balancing act that the divine is asking you to do here. And when you need to, make sure you reach out to people who can help and provide advice. We all need help, regardless of people that sometimes appear to be so strong. Every single person, and especially some of the times the strongest, need help as well. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Scorpio. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Sunrise Tarot 21. Again, if you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.